You're alive with Miami Tip. Tell them about yourself a little bit.
Well, I am formerly known as Tip Drill. I come from the nightlife. I'm a well-known entertainer. Well, I was. Transitioned into music and I take it serious, and I'm actually working on a single called Low Key featuring Fetty Wap. I'm from Long Island, New York. I was raised in Broward, and my name and everything, I moved to Miami, started making money in Miami. Took over Miami.
You took over Miami?
Went to Miami and took over.
What was the reason to actually start dancing?
Well, I needed money, of course, but I fell on hard times. I was a single mom. Then I didn't have my mom. She was away. I didn't have dad. My son's father, he ended up getting locked up, and he was my main source of income. And he got locked up, and so I was hanging out. I was already into the nightlife. Like in Lauderdale, I grew up when Delroy was like the biggest promoter. I was always VIP in all the clubs. So I was around older girls and girls that were faster than I was, and they were already doing it. So I had a friend, and I told her, like, I need some money. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
And I was tired of working at McDonald's and Workforce One. So she was like, you should come to work with me. And I was like 17, like 16 or 17. I lied. And I went and I started dancing, lied about my age till they caught me. They caught me like 2 weeks later. I told them like a big lie. I came from Jamaica, I don't have a passport. And he was like, okay, you could work or whatever. And he let me work, and then after 2 weeks, he was like, look, we need your passport, we need your ID. I was like, oh, I still didn't find it, and I just never went back until I turned 18.
A few years back though, right? It was a big incident when you was dancing.
Yes.
You fell 30 feet from the pole?
Yes.
And you're still here and you survived.
Yeah.
Talk to the people about that whole situation.
For me, it's like a blessing in disguise. It was just my time to reevaluate my life, take a step back, figure out what I'm doing, what I want to do with myself. Because at that time, everything was just happening so fast. I was moving fast, the money was fast, everything was coming at me in different directions, and I didn't really have a way that I was going. So after I fell, music was always, my first talent, music, drawing, art, anything creative. After I fell, I was just like, I need to figure out something else. I had to find another way to get money coming and take it serious. And I just was like, I'm gonna get back in the studio and start going hard. My outlook on life, everything is like totally different. Cause like they told me like 5 more minutes, I would have, cause I had a vein that was, or artery or something that was bleeding internally. So she told me like 5 minutes later, I probably would have died. I lost like a kidney.
Wow.
Like it died or whatever. It's still there, but it's dead. So she was like 5 more minutes, she probably would have passed away. So that really I definitely turned my whole life around after that.
Low Key.
Yes.
Which is featuring Fetty Wap.
Yes.
So how's the experience working with Fetty?
Yeah, but he was real cool. He was humble. He was willing to work. He kind of did the record like way before we even got to the studio. He heard it. He loved it. So the record was a hit without anybody on it. But I kind of have that gotta do it big or don't do it at all little attitude. So I was originally sending it to Ross, and he was gonna jump on it, but some situations happened with him, and I couldn't stop moving. Like I had to get this record out there. So I had a friend, and he was like, oh, Fetty Wap was my homeboy, he might sound good on it. Like before then, I was like, damn, who the hell should I get? I don't want to just drop it by itself. So I was like, that might work. So Fetty had a show in Memphis that Saturday, so I flew to Memphis, and we did it in the studio there. And I went to his show, and I came home the next day. Right now I'm working towards the EP. I don't know when I'm gonna drop it. It's definitely gonna be very soon. I'm trying to break this record. It's not really officially out, you know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely working towards it. I'm pushing the single, still in the studio, still building my catalog of records so that I know when the EP does come out, I know what I want to put on it and everything. But when the time is right, when everything's, taken care of, the EP will be the transition.
Yeah, that's what it's called?
That's what it's called, the transition.
Once again, we do appreciate you for coming.
Thank you guys. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Miami Tip.